Today, I'd like to address a situation that has happened within the custom zombies community and also something that a lot of YouTubers, especially zombie YouTubers such as myself, Milo, Mr. Dalek JD, and whatnot, have been promoting. And this is about a TranZit remastered map. And I have known a lot about this just because I've talked to former Die Rise developers about Danny and who was actually creating this map. And so, again, today I want to reiterate, I absolutely despise drama. I hate judging people. That's not who I am. I'm a Christian person. And so today, I just want to address what has actually happened and to prevent anything bad from happening to anyone later on. So, I mean, let's get into this. For those of you that don't know, essentially, there is a man named Danny who has made the Green Run Productions TranZit. And I think the moral of this whole story is that with Green Run Productions, it was always something that I never knew who was actually behind. And I even tried messaging people. I still, to this day, don't even know. Like, I know, unfortunately, Danny and Green Run Productions have now closed their Twitter and YouTube accounts, and so now we'll never know. But essentially, people have figured out, or Shiversoft Dev made a tweet basically saying that he figured out that Danny was behind the Green Run Productions and basically that they are not releasing the full assets, and all of this stuff has basically boiled down. And the main thing that I want to say is I just don't think as a zombies community that we should be targeting other people in terms of a way that is degrading and dividing the community. You know, I think it's all about making sure that what you get is what you're deserving. And I agree. I know in a lot of ways that a lot of people have felt scammed by what has happened with this situation, and I totally agree with that. However, I don't want people to say that Danny has not made quality maps, because literally, I mean, I just watched Conjora's Top 10 custom map video, and number 4 is Water Park by Danny, right? Water Park was an amazing zombies map. It did take a long time, and I even did get into the DMs with Danny. I don't need to explain what happened in those DMs. I don't need to explain to everybody that what he was going through, because obviously this is a private situation, and I hope for all the best with Danny. And I believe that this is just something that he has been ongoing for a couple of years now. Is there a better way that he could have communicated to the community about his situation? Absolutely. Could he have closed the Patreon for what he was doing in terms of the survival maps? Absolutely. And so I think a lot of people were asking me why I was making a TranZit remastered with Zella and Dobby at the time. And this is the whole reason why. And again, I want to make a clarification with Zella and Dobby in terms of what we've done for Die Rise. For Zella and Dobby, I've paid them out for Die Rise, and we were supporting and all that. And basically, I see that with the next couple maps that they're making, like TranZit and potentially Blood of the Dead, I don't really need to be there because there's not a lot of like creative input that I can do for a one-to-one TranZit. Like, it's practically the same thing. Like, the most amount of input I'll be like is like, hey, can I get an upgraded jet gun in there or something, you know? It's very little. And so that is why we've decided that essentially I've been able to promote their Patreons and been able to support them and show everybody that like what we're doing is doxed. Like, so everything you're able to see from us is doxed. It's all publicly available. If there's anyone that ever has questions, they can also do so. I have my Twitter subscription still up because it's also going to be supporting a lot of the mods that we push out and stuff. And so this is the thing, and this is the whole moral of the story to me, is I don't think we will ever, as a zombies community, promote any community that is just not doxed, because now I just don't feel safe about that. And I know a lot of these maps that Danny was making in terms of the survival maps for TranZit basically got pirated on the Black Ops 3 workshop, and so that is totally fine. I guess that is totally fine, because obviously I know Danny has not been made fully aware of what has been going on, and he hasn't been fully transparent. And honestly, with Danny, if this is just my message to you, man, I know everything is getting better, and I hope everything gets better and whatnot. And honestly, man, like, you're an amazing mapper, and I think it's just like the biggest issue that people had was the method of delivery. And I totally can understand that. And I can get it how, especially as a zombies YouTuber myself, it can be extremely difficult to constantly be communicating all the time. But I know this has been something that has happened for a long time and multiple years, and I don't want to excuse anybody's behavior here. I'm basically just saying that as the moral of the story, we should not be promoting any projects that we truly don't know the person's behind. And that is why I'm trying to always be as transparent as I physically can about this entire situation, because again, there's been so many different remasters of TranZit coming out in the workshop that it's absolutely ridiculous. And so that is why you can, guys, if you guys always want to see the progress or help be a part of the TranZit development for Dobby and Zella, that will always be available for you guys. And that is why I love working with people that are docs, because again, it's our reputations on the line, and that's the way it should be, because we want to put out an amazing project. And obviously, yes, people can pay to have early access, but obviously we want to make it so that at the end of the day, the project is free and that we're always trying to communicate. And I should say that, like, with developing, from what I've learned from being with Zella and Dobby and about bringing out stuff with Die Rise, is things take time. You know, I think a lot of the time, some people just expect these maps to come out so quickly, and that's where a lot of the this disdain can come from. But literally, like with Die Rise, for example, with Zella, I've seen this man painstakingly recreate every single asset for this zombies map. And so I want people to know that at the end of the day, while I don't endorse what Danny did, I do believe that hopefully he can come back in a better way and a more doxed manner to show how amazing of a zombies custom mapper is, because I truly just want to see the best in everyone. And while yes, this is an absolute stain for the entire custom zombies community and basically the whole community at this point, I don't want this to cause division within the community. And that's really what I'm seeing right now. And I don't like it that we are making like groups of people that can make maps, and some people that we like and then some people that we dislike. To me, this is just kind of what 2024 culture is in general. Everybody's just trying to attack someone for something. And while yes, I do believe this was justified, I don't believe that we should divide the whole zombies community for this. And so I do believe the other moral of the story, like I said, is now that we know that a lot of this TranZit map was just rehashed assets, I would like people to know that, like, you should not be subscribing to this. Of course, like, this is just something that we thought was going to be fully released. And even Zella and Dobby and I were talking, and they were saying, they were saying that they don't think they'll ever release the map. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because Zella and Dobby were inevitably right, and I want to see the best in people, but it goes to show how bad that can go sometimes. And so again, if you were excited about the Green Run productions of TranZit, I don't know if it will even be coming out at this point. I believe that the only version of TranZit officially for the custom workshops that are coming out will be Verko's and then Zella and Dobby's variation, which again will be tied to the Super Easter Egg mod once we get that out. And that is why I'm just so glad I'm working with all these amazing content creators like Slay and ZM for Buried, Verko for TranZit, Zella and Dobby for Die Rise and Blood of the Dead, Sean for Cop for that Mob of the Dead. Like, these guys are amazing, and it goes to show that, like, it's all about giving the honest, authentic truth to you guys. I've never wanted to ever scam you with you guys or anything like this, and I know a lot of people are constantly asking about updates. And so, like I said, the whole map is pretty much done with Die Rise. You guys have seen the gameplay. We're just waiting for the Easter egg. We're waiting for all this beautiful stuff that Zella has planned. And so I hope you guys are really excited about the extra content. And again, if you guys have any information, Zella and Dobby are always available on their Discords. They are so transparent, so authentic. And so if you ever have any questions about any of that, we always try and make sure that the community comes first. You know, that is what the whole purpose is with these whole Chronicles 2 maps, man. The whole purpose is that Treyarch couldn't make these dang maps, so the community is going to now be able to do it. And so it just sucks that, yes, this situation has happened, and I hope anybody that has been involved with the situation, please go and unsubscribe to the Patreon, and let's just hope that Danny can maybe come back and get a better shot at it, because again, this man is an absolutely amazing content creator. And unfortunately, I believe because of the situation, not only has he taken down many of the TranZit projects, he's also taken down a lot of his other really good projects, like the Moon 2.0 project I played, or Water Park as well. And so, Danny, I believe that this can just all be resolved with one simple statement, and everything will be fine about that. And so, again, I apologize as well if anybody has been unfortunately affected by this. Like I said, he did put out content, right? Like, there was the Dark Ether version of TranZit, the Halloween Halloween version and the Christmas version that I've all played, and there were really cool additions to them, like the Scorpion and the Polar Bear and all that type of stuff. But again, the community is always going to come first, and I want people to know that the authenticity that we try to give as zombie YouTubers to you guys is really just always how it's going to be. Like, I will always voice my opinions whether people hate it or not, because it's just authentically me, and that's all I can really give at the end of the day. And so again, I'm very sorry, I'm very unfortunate to anyone that has also been a part of the Patreon. For me specifically, I even had to subscribe to the Patreon. Like, don't you dare think that YouTubers were getting special access. Even me, I had to subscribe, and yeah, I get how it is. And so I really do hope that they can come back, though, because it's like I said, like, I believe Danny is such an amazing mapper, and I just believe that he's going through a massive situation in his life, and obviously there has been a ton of things. And again, I'm not trying to justify his behavior, but it's just, I want the best for this community, and the more the merrier is what I always see. It's just unfortunate that such a scummy situation has had to happen and multiple people were affected. And so I hope people realize that this is why I chose to work with a lot of these other developers, because while yes, we are releasing Die Rise, and obviously absolutely for free, we want people to also be able to be a part of that process, and for there to be a 100% transparency throughout that, because I can totally understand how it can be incredibly difficult to constantly be conveying this information. And so again, I hope that Danny's all right, man. I know he's locked all of his stuff up, and again, if you ever want to talk to me, I can hit you up, and we'll see how things are going, and we'll see. I just want the best for everybody. And again, I am very sorry about anybody that was affected by this. And it just sucks, because the zombies community is in a fragile state right now. And it just sucks that stuff like this has to happen and really kind of make it worse right before we've got something so big coming up like Black Ops 6. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited for the future, though. Still, I hope this does not disdain anybody's taste or whatnot of Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies, because the boys are cooking, let me tell you. Not just Zelda Dobby Ferg. No. The Custom Workshop community is crazy. Noah just launched another map contest. Like, there's a lot to be had. There's a lot to be enjoyed. And I hope people know that it's not always about the money at the day. It's always about the community. It's always about you guys and the authenticity, because that's what people care about. That's what matters the most. And that's the way it should be. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy. Again, I really hope that you watch this video and do not take this as a chance, an opportunity to attack someone. I am not here to start drama. I am not here to criticize anybody. I am only here to explain my actions and how I have promoted this project, and how I just want nothing but the best for absolutely everyone involved, and just want to explain the whole situation from my point of view. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can understand that, and I hope you realize that I'm nothing but trying to be beneficial for everyone, and I'll see y'all in the next one.